glad as night. So the light from the sun would not burn me on my bum when I shoot the moon.
Hill's got it, driven into the ground with a pulverising tackle from Ambrose. Oh, I think the Bombers are going to go on with it here. Bombers and Wams.
Baby, you been rolling solo, time to get down with the team. The grass is greener on that.
Welcome to the Windy Hill Windsock with me, The Solution, and joining me today, back from his trip to land of the long white cloud, is Jez.
Is this the Windy Hill Windsock podcast?
Yeah, well, mate, while you've been off in New Zealand visiting Uncle Bully or whoever you were visiting, that's a Once Were Warriors reference for anyone listening. I've had my stalwarts who are here again while everyone else has been slack. So we have Joe. Joe, welcome back.
G'day, Solution. Welcome back, Jez. Hope you're doing well tonight.
Good to see you've made the bed too at the back there, Joe.
Oh, it's a small room and a big bed. So, and I've got a big desk too, so I don't have too much room to work with. And so when I make the bed, the covering doesn't quite fit through, and I just can't be bothered reaching over. So I just leave a little fold on the end there. Normally no one sees it, but I trust you guys not to say anything and keep it between us.
Yeah, I'm sorry I asked. And with us is Christina.
Hello, Solution.
How are you?
How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I have a confession to make, and this rarely happens. I did not watch a single ball kicked or handballed or butchered in anger by the Essendon Footy Club on Thursday. So I'm coming into this game totally blind. But I thought we'll start with a game, if you're happy with that, just to mix it up. So I reckon I can probably predict. I've got my Essendon bingo card, and I'm guessing most of my bingo items probably came up trumps. So you guys can tell me. And Jez, I honestly believe you didn't see the entire game either.
I retired halfway through the second quarter. I just got old and grumpy and couldn't handle it anymore. But
you know, you're becoming my dad. My dad, at about age 50, one day slammed the couch, said, "I can't watch this anymore," and didn't come back through the stress. So, yeah, that's very, very funny. You went to bed, I assume.
I did, yes. I mean, I kept half an eye on the score, but no, I went to bed. I'm working on a very important playlist at the moment, so I just used a couple of hours to just tinker with that and polish that up.
What's the subject of the playlist?
It's a bit of a spin-off from the Triple J Hottest 100 that's being done at the moment. So, yeah, that was a bit of fun.
Okay, well, what I was going to say is feel free to go to your bingo card as well, if you wish. But I'll start with my bingo card, and I reckon I would have hit a few things here. So I noted the score, obviously. So I set the honourable loss line at 70 points. So yep. We came underneath that. But here we go. So here's item number one. Despite playing a superior opposition and needing to convert every chance, we kicked like shit in front of goal.
Well, I only watched a quarter and a half, but I can confirm that you can tick that.
Okay. Tick.
Are you sure you didn't watch the game? Are you sure?
I've read 2 quarters.
I've read this story before. Feel free to expand on these, by the way.
Can I expand on that one? On that one?
Go for it.
Just while we're talking about our kicking for goal, because I did. That was one of the reasons why I just got up and did something else. But I did see today that a certain player had 8 kicks and kicked 6 goals, 1, and his name was Patrick Voss. Geez, we could do with him.
Don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go to that when we get to around the grounds. But yeah, oh God, that's.
I was doing a live watch along to that game, to our game on the Thursday night, and it was bizarre that we could have double the scoring shots at that point in time. That we could have double the scoring shots and yet have only 1/3 of the score.
Yep.
Well, we won inside 50s.
Yep.
But were they set shot sodas in front of goal? Oh God.
Yeah.
There is nothing worse.
Yeah,
Nothing worse.
But some were fairway out on an angle, but some you'd expect Peter Wright to make.
Oh, okay.
Wealthy to make.
Yeah.
Well, Guelphy's one made me leave the room.
Angus Clark had the first one of the game. I thought was a dead gimme, about 20 meters out, slight angle. I'm like, your grandpa's watching you, and then he kicked it like that. So that was pretty bad. I mean, we ended up kicking 4 goals, 10 from set shots on the night.
My God. But also, Guelphy's he's playing the designated small forward. You got kind of two jobs really. We know that one's defensive and the other one is kick whatever few opportunities you have.
Yeah.
All right.
Didn't.
Well, that's well and truly
what's next?
ticked. Next, umpires become uneasy that Essendon are starting to look good, so give our opponents easy goals.
Tick.
Yes.
Yeah. Basically, the first 2 goals to the Giants were ridiculous free kicks that should not have happened.
Both against poor Angus Clark. I don't know whose dog he kicked or whose speckled pigeon he had shot during the week, but he was definitely going to be, he was absolutely royally shafted with those 2 free kicks that were completely not there. And they absolutely feasted. And I noticed there were quite a few terrible, shocking centre bounces as well during the game that were they had to be recalled. To be recalled. And yet it was just play on and they just waltzed the ball out, completely to their advantage, and they kicked goals from those as well. So, yeah, it was shocking in general.
Just digressing from... Oh, sorry, Christine, you go.
I was just going to say, there was a moment in the game just near where I was sitting, and he had front position in the mark and touched it first, and the Giants player behind him got it, and when they sort of came to ground, the umpire played the other way. Angus looked at the umpire and just shook his head and was like about to go, and the umpire gave him the hand, and it was just like, don't do it, Angus.
Talking to me, Devon.
Don't do it.
Yeah, stop talking to me, Devon, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, that 50, it was the same thing against Dustin Fletcher. The 50 was for what? For his demeanour. And Dustin's like, I don't even know what demeanour means.
Yeah, that's right. I remember that. Yeah, I was going to digress slightly. Didn't that knobhead from the AFL house come out and say he wants to get rid of the bringing back the, like when it's a poor bounce, he wants to just allow play on, irrespective of where it goes.
Like the old days.
Yeah, I've got a little theory about all the shit that the AFL are throwing out there. You know how you almost on a weekly basis or bi-weekly basis, we're hearing some bizarre idea about some rule change they want to make or whatever. I reckon they're throwing out all this shit. They're flooding the zone with all this crap, and then just when we're all tearing our hair out, they'll say, "Okay, the only thing we're going to change now, it's a night grand final," and we'll all go, "Yeah, okay." Put your money on it. All right. Ready for next one?
Yep.
On the bingo. At least one fake chase from Archie Perkins.
I think so. Yes.
He actually played quite reasonably well. It's hard for me to remember at the ground.
Okay.
I wouldn't say fake chase, but his defensive positioning and being switched on, like he was a complete non-factor defensively at stoppages, and Zach Merritt was sort of going into him about it.
Oh, really? Was he?
Yeah. Okay. So it's not quite a fake chase, but like if he was set up properly and be a bit more switched on to move from ball watching mode to actually defending, then there'd be less of a need to chase. So I don't know. It's not quite. Yeah, I don't know. Not quite what he was.
And interestingly, because Sam Duran hit his head got his head hit the ground in a tackle, so he had to go to concussion protocol. So they had to move Andy McGrath to the centre clearances, and I think Perkins then went into the forward line. So, and we actually started to play a bit better, and that was in the third quarter.
Yep.
So that's just an interesting thing to look at.
Oh, well, that's it. So is he in danger this week? Because the next item on the bingo card is an Essendon injury of some description. Did anyone get injured?
No.
No one broke a nail?
Oh. Archer may broke a nose, maybe.
Yeah.
All right, that's bingo. That's a. I'm getting a tick for that.
But Dazzle missed money.
Sorry, Salisha, I can't believe you've actually prepared these questions.
It's my bomber bingo card. I've got it here. Jess, you got any yet?
Well, Dazzle missed, won't he? I mean, isn't he in the protocol?
No, he came back on. He was fine.
Okay, right.
Yeah, he was cleared.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Okay, I'll take the broken nose. My next one. Laverde makes an error, gets angry, and then wants to fight someone.
Yep, Stringer sort of mucked it, got a easy mark, and there was a little bit of push and shove. But there was a bit of a little rough and tumble in our forward lines with Archer May and someone else. So who was the other person on the ground? Rolling Essendon player.
I think, I don't know, Clark went at it. I think, May went at it for sure with Tom Green. Not sure who the other one was, but there was a bit of people standing up for each other, which was pretty good.
I did say on Fiona's forecast, Laverde and Stringer might have a fight over the one brain cell between them. Who won the fight? I know Stringer won. Stringer, okay.
Yeah.
He's a big boy, isn't he? When you forget how big he is.
He's big, and he was oiled up Jai Caldwell style. So not only was he big, it was also there was a passage where Dersma tried to tackle him, but because Stringer was so slippery, he slid basically off him and flew into Gresham and injured Gresham's shin of some sort. So Gresham ended up going back onto the field again, but yeah, he used his brains for the first time in a long time, Jakey.
Mm. And his delivery into forward 50 for him was very easy and good.
He even gave off an easy and open a goal. He had a wide open shot. He handballed it to a guy in the goal square, and then they kicked the goal. So he was even being non-selfish, selfless. That's the word.
That'll do. We all know what you mean.
Just on a point of order, Christina, what's this delivery into the forward 50 of which you speak?
I know it's a foreign concept for us. Usually it's sort of we do kind of this big high kick from the center of the ground, which kind of lands in opposition players' hands.
This is the long bomb to Waller's head theory.
Yeah, it's that. That's what we do. Other teams,
Kick long to Caco's on the list, by the way. Did we do that?
Snelling.
Did we kick long to the shortest guy on the field at least once?
I don't think so.
No, we did not.
Okay. Another one I have here. Essendon has an inside forward conversion percentage that is so low it looks like it was set by the Reserve Bank. Is that yes? No?
Yep.
Yeah.
Kick.
Go. Jess, you got any?
When I went to bed, and I think I put this up on our little chat, we were at we were at an inside 50 conversion rate of 3%. One goal from 26 inside 50s.
What is the interest rate right now?
Might be higher than that.
Jesus.
Waiting for Brad Scott to set it, I think.
Yeah. 3.85%. There you go. Oh, yeah, so that means the banks are charging 7. All right. Enough of this. Jess, did you have any from your bingo card? No, nothing. All right. I want a Hurd and Henneman. I'm going to give you 30 seconds each. Joe, you give a Hurd. Christina, you give a Henneman.
All right. I want to give a shout out to the skipper. Was good early. Just worked hard. Had commitment. I thought he had a good game. I want to shout out Dersma. I thought, especially in that first quarter, I mean, you can tell the guy's playing with a lot of niggles. He's very uncomfortable playing, but his first quarter was probably the best quarter I've seen from him in a very long time. I want to give a shout out to him. I want to give a shout out to Pryor. I thought he did pretty well in defence. I think he's improving week on week in his role. I think he's doing pretty well there with Blackiston, your boy. Blackiston's doing very well. Loving the look of Blackiston.
I should have put that on my bingo card. How good was he?
He was very good.
He was good?
He actually plays full minutes.
That wasn't a rhetorical question either. I was actually genuinely asking how was he?
Yeah.
He's a very interesting unit because I think we've talked about this before. He moves so athletically. For a massive guy, he's very athletic. He gets in the right places. He contests. His one-on-one contesting is fantastic. He just shits himself when he gets the ball. But I think the players are learning to help him a bit there. In the very short bit of the game I saw the other night, he got the ball twice, and on each occasion, players ran past straight away for the sort of easy hand pass. Redmond did it once, and I can't remember who did the other one, but it was like they were consciously just trying to get to him, get around him to work off him, and it worked.
Yeah, he's getting lots of intercepts every week. Like, he's getting at least 6 intercepts the last 4 games that he's played. So I've liked his game a lot. I want to give him a shout out, and I want to give a shout out to Ridley. Gee, he's a wonderful return, so composed, got a few intercept marks. I loved his game. I want to give a shout out to Angus Clark. Yes, he missed that shot and was destroyed by the umpires, but this kid covered 15 Ks worth of running backwards and forwards on the day, and I have to give him a massive shout out for all of his hard work that he put in on the wing. But I suppose the Hurd, I'm going to give it to good Archie. I loved Archie Roberts. I thought everything that he did was all under pressure. He had quite a bit of great supply going for the Giants. A lot of it was quality, and so he was always on the back foot, but he always made the right decision. I thought it was pretty clean, and I reckon this guy absolutely should be winning the Rising Star. I think he has to do more and has played a much tougher role than any other person in the run for Rising Star. So I want to give it to good Archie.
Love it. Anyone else want to mention anyone?
I think he covered everyone.
All right. You got a Henneman,
Okay.
Christina.
So,
let's see if you can teach Joe the meaning of 30 seconds.
30 seconds, right. We got
How long did I go for?
a couple of minutes.
Damn it.
I'm saying Grelfie, he had a few tackles, but he didn't really do what he was meant to do, like kick goals and be a defensive force in the forward line.
To be fair, can I just stop in there for a second? To be fair, can any of our forwards kick goals? Given we've already mentioned how we deliver it. We've got players running into each other. We've got zero cohesion. Like, I know we've heard of the chaos balls meant to be sometimes advantageous, but you don't want a chaos forward line. Like, can you blame anyone for not kicking goals, given how dysfunctional our forward line is? Just on that point.
Not really.
But he was still
Yeah,
shit.
except for someone we need to mention was our debutant Liam
McMahon.
McMahon, who kicked 2 goals on debut. First kick, got his goal. So, but again, that was a kind of a free kick given to him, I think.
It was, but he all the tide was running against him when he had that shot. We kicked 8 points in a row or something, plus last week's, and he really, you could see him take a deep breath and really compose himself, and it didn't never look like missing. I loved it. I loved that moment, because it was just I don't know if he's a young kid, but he's a first gamer, just showing him how to do it, leading the way. He got another one, didn't he? Didn't he get another one?
Yeah, he did.
So, look, I mean, we're not going to, I said this beginning of the year, we're not going to get anywhere as a team until we fix our forward kicking in terms of forward entries.
Nope.
Once we start getting that right, then we start kicking goals, we start winning games. It's pretty simple, really.
But Guelph's never been really a pack sort of marker. I mean, he had those set shots. I felt like he normally would have kicked those if he was on. If he was on.
Yeah. So anyway, Llewell had a really quiet game on the wing. He had a couple of really good moments which helped pressure Axe and turn the ball over, but it wasn't. He didn't do a lot. Same as Gresham, didn't do much. But I just think I'm going to give it to Guelphy because we expect more from him. And he had 2 shots on goal and he missed them. So Henneman is Guelphy.
Fair enough. Not his first.
So
anything else anyone wants to mention?
For those who watched the game, how was Oscar Smart?
He had good pressure. There was 2 moments at the end of the game where the opportunity to kick goals, and there was actually outside 50. He made the distance, but he just didn't have the accuracy, and he was prepared to kick it because he knew he could kick it. So I kind of liked that he wasn't afraid of taking the responsibility, but he just, didn't quite have the accuracy. But that'll come.
Does he stay in ahead of Gresham or someone like that?
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's already ahead of Gresham, ahead of Snelling, because he can kick beyond 50. So, but, he's still young, so he's got a fair way to go to learn how to impact the game more.
Snelling could kick it more than 50. He just needed 3 goes at it.
Yes. Not 50 metres, 50 feet.
Yeah. I think 2 metre Peter, just his goal kicking accuracy has just completely left him, I feel.
He's tanking, man. He's on the tank.
Great leadership in the tank fest.
That's right. That's right. We need our experienced players to lead the way. Speaking of which, 2 things I like from around the grounds. Good week for draft pick watch.
Perfect.
Carlton getting a rare win. Fantastic. Also, we don't want a Hawthorn. We want Carlton to sneak up to 9th, in my opinion.
Yep.
Because Hawthorn can get their pick. But yeah, Melbourne lost. We currently 14th. Melbourne are 13th. I think St Kilda, who are playing okay against good opposition, are going to win some of their remaining games and leapfrog us. And
including
Melbourne,
they play us. They play against us, so we
exactly. We will tank.
Guarantee one for them.
We will tank with aplomb. So that was good. Question I got for the group: are the collies starting to wobble?
I watched none of this game. I can't comment.
Well, I guess perhaps a little collie wobble, a bit of a flat. Perhaps they've just they're just flatlining a little bit, you know, relaxed a bit because I thought they were on top, and I'm sure they'll fire up towards the big end of the season.
I hope you're wrong.
Yeah,
Hope you're
me
wrong.
too. But who would you
But
rather? Who's on top at the moment? On the
well,
ladder?
I'm looking at the ladder, and it's Collingwood, and then Brisbane, and then Adelaide, and then the Cats.
Okay, so who would you want to prefer to win a premiership out of that top four?
Very good question, Joe. What do you reckon?
I don't mind Brisbane winning it again. I don't know any Brisbane supporters in my life to lord it over me and to laugh in my face.
Jez?
Anyone but Collingwood. I mean, Collingwood wins, they go to 17.
Yeah.
Outright. Can't have it.
No. I'd take Crows or Brisbane for the same reason Joe mentioned, and I've got some family in Adelaide that I like. Who, I wouldn't mind seeing Adelaide win. What about you, Christina? Answer your own question.
I think perhaps Adelaide, because how many have they won? Not many.
Not many.
Who?
And they tend to get robbed by
Adelaide.
umpires as well, don't they? I mean, they should have been in finals a couple of years ago because they kicked the goal, but it was just still play on, and they hadn't implemented the score review to call back the play. So if the ball had clearly crossed the line, but it was tapped back in, and everyone was celebrating the goal because they saw it was a clear goal, and that would have put them into finals. But the Swans managed to escape yet again with umpires' help.
Funny about that. AFL's favourite sons.
Yep.
Anybody else have a comment on any other game?
Nope.
Has anyone got a douche and a deity?
I've got a douche nomination.
Go for it.
Okay, so some of my other job, I work in Albert Park area, and usually on the weekends there's a woman that's sort of out and about, but she has Tourette's, and her Tourette's is quite loud, like it almost sounds like a seagull, kind of, and she sort of screams out loud. But she's been around for years. All that, everyone knows her. No one really cares. She just sits outside, sort of with her friend. No big deal, And I was sort of just walking along the street, and this guy who's probably, snorted a few too many things or injected a few too many things into his arms, started impersonating her and started flapping his arms, and then he insulted her, and then he spat on her.
Wow.
And then he walked up, and she was visibly upset. I was really pissed off. And I checked on her to see if she was okay. And she's like, yeah, I will be. But you see, she was quite shaken. And she's like, I'll have to disinfect my head because he'd spit.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, that's...
And, but, I sort of just say, I hope you're okay. He's a dickhead. Don't let that affect him. It'll affect you. But yeah, so I want to give it that douche to that absolute fuckwit who, made that woman who has probably got to deal with it all the time and is constantly apologising because of her Tourette's, just made her feel awful. And I think it's really just awful. So that is my douche.
Yeah.
Well, doesn't sound like he's somebody who's necessarily, karma has already got him in advance by the sounds of it. So,
I didn't want to bring the thing down, but it just made me really angry to see that when she's not hurting anyone. She's just sitting there minding her own business. So anyway.
No, that is fair. Anyone else got something?
A deity. I'm going to go with Chris Martin of Coldplay.
Yep.
For anyone who has been living under a rock and hasn't seen what is now a global sensation. Everyone all over the world is now making fun of Mr. Andy Byron.
Well, just for anyone that didn't see it, explain what happened, Joe.
So there was a Coldplay concert. There was a Coldplay concert here, and they had the kiss cam going around, and of course they're going to all the people who were all looking lovey-dovey in the crowd. And you get to one couple, and it's beautiful. Reenacting the Titanic. They're there, arms around each other in front of the. It's looking wonderful. These two lovey-dovey people, and all of a sudden you just see one completely drops, and the other one runs away basically off the screen. And the cameraman, to his credit, sort of was like, just lingered there and kept it there. And Chris Martin he's like, well, either they're having an affair or they're just very shy. And of course, in reacting in the way that they did, everyone, of course, has to now know who are these people who have gone into hiding to avoid the publicity of what appears to be an affair. And so it's come out that it is Astronomer CEO Andy Byron there with his HR manager. So both of them, of course, are married as well. So, yeah, that's a bit of a yikes.
The question is, who's going to fire the HR manager? Who's going to do her HR file? That's my question.
Well, one thing's for sure, Coldplay released 2 singles that night.
Boom, boom. That's very good. That's very good. You got anything, Joe? Sorry, not Joe. Jez. Too many J's.
No, but just on that last one, just a shout out also to the young woman who actually took the footage. I think it was a totally random kind of moment that she videoed, and not knowing anything about any of the people, but just thought, isn't this funny? And posted it, and it's now gone. I think it's like tens of millions of views. Good on it.
Yeah.
Did you see the?
I do wish one of the two had come out and said, yes, I'm very apologetic. I'm very embarrassed. I was very embarrassed, and I was very embarrassed to be seen at a Coldplay concert.
Yeah.
I think he did put out a statement. He did put out a statement, and he's had to resign from his position.
Yes, but you didn't hear. Did you hear, Jez? That was a joke that Jez just said.
Oh.
It was a little subtle. It was a little subtle, but yeah, I was trying to be funny.
Yeah, having to go at Coldplay, which I'm not a big fan either. I've got a douche. It's the fucking Metro.
Oh.
Is this a
Mernderline.
train-related issue?
Yeah, Mernderline.
How fucked has it been this week?
Murder and Hurstbridge. Firstly, so the Murderline's been down, which is my line. It goes to the MCG, so disrupted the footy, disrupted people going to work. A train was derailed earlier in the week. No one knows why. Is the report coming out of Metro? So that's comforting.
Yes.
I hope they've installed seatbelts. I hope that's what's taken a week.
And training wheels for the wheels.
Possibly. But yeah, it's been shit out. I do have the...
Maybe the driver was just going too fast.
Possibly.
That's why you don't take trains to the football. Here.
Yeah. Speaking of drug addicts, so I do have the number 11 tram from West Preston that I can get into the city, but it's been a pain in the ass. But anyway, Melbourne public transport, huh?
The owner's got a point.
No, she doesn't. But each to their own. All right, anything else? Fuck, we're flat today.
You want a short podcast?
I do.
In fact, you've wanted one every week, and we haven't lived up to it. So,
Well, this will be short.
So
We played
listen, you've left out the big news. So when can we confirm the big news?
Which one?
Now or later in the podcast?
Confirm it now.
So for those, I know that all the listeners have been gagging for this, but the annual Windsock in-person live event might be happening. I'm not saying it is happening, but it might be happening at Windy Hill on Saturday afternoon for the VFL. We've had to shift the venue from Kramer's and the Preston City Oval because the fucked VFL fixture didn't send us out there this year. And this is the last game.
Also, you did a runner from Afro Trends. They installed your dreads and then you refused to pay.
No, that was the vape shop that I stole the vapes from the
That's
Smokes
right.
on High, or whatever it was.
Smoke Mart.
Yeah.
Well, that's probably not
I
there
think it was
anymore.
Solution. It was correspondent who got the dreads done.
That's right. I kept forgetting. Yeah. They didn't take, did they, either?
I thought the news was going to be potentially in relation to Sean Murphy getting sacked. But the Windy Hill Windsock catch-up is substantially more exciting, absolutely.
Sean Murphy, that's my relative who played for Socceroos.
Well,
Who got sacked? Who's Sean Murphy?
that is our head of conditioning at the club.
Of course. Well, I was purposefully avoiding that topic because it's been done to death this week, but it is good to see that. I assume this was going to happen anyway, but I also suspect they felt from a PR perspective, marketing, the spirit of Xavier Campbell still walks the halls. Marketing probably felt that we need to get something out.
Yeah. You also have to send a message to prospective players like Harley and other players that, look, we're getting our shit together. It was his fault. It's not going to happen anymore. Don't you worry about it. We're good. We're good to go now. The curse is gone.
You were going to add, Jez?
Oh, no. When was it announced again?
Earlier this week.
I think when the 17th injury was clocked.
It was after the game, though, wasn't it?
No.
Before the game.
Oh, Thursday. Okay.
Really?
Oh, I thought it was.
Yeah. When did I send that screenshot? Friday. It was announced on Friday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
Friday morning.
Speaking of the spirit of Xavier Campbell, surely when they got, how many did they get? 15,000 people or something to an absolute hammering during school holidays. So I think someone's
20.
gone. What can we do? What can we do to really keep everyone on board?
Yeah. Or probably just fans. Probably fans stayed away because they thought they might get sick or injured walking to their seats.
Well, I think one mate on Blue Sky was very nervous that he was going to actually get hauled over the fence and thrown a Guernsey and told to take up residence in the forward pocket.
So how is Blue Sky going? Are you still frequenting it, Jez?
Yeah, but it's very it's quite sedate compared to the old, clusterfuck central that was Twitter.
Yeah,
Is it kind of like Twitter?
Mute is a wonderful thing, though.
Twitter on Prozac is what I'm hearing.
Yeah. It just doesn't have the volume, doesn't have the angst, doesn't have the banter. More broadcasting of things rather than. Anyway, I don't mind. I enjoy it.
All right.
But anyway, back to the Windy Hill Windsock catch-up.
What?
What was that? The picture of the Windy Hill Palmer that you posted?
Well, yeah, I did investigate the. I think I deleted that photo because even the photo made me feel sick. But they've got some kind of windy. There's a bistro out there. There's a club. It's I don't know if anyone's set foot in it.
Is this the old social club or what part of it? Okay. Yeah. And the social club. I used to be there. My dad was a social club member in the late 70s, and this was the only place where I I've said this before on this podcast. From the fence, the stand used to move downwards instead of upwards. Like you literally couldn't, for those standing in front of the stand, I should say, the little standing room bit. It was the worst stand ever. But I was going to say, I haven't been there since the late 70s, and it looks like the decor hasn't changed.
The decor is just so offensive to the eye, but the menu, they've got a thing called the Windy Hill Parma, which is like Parma with fucking cabana and all sorts of shit on it. That just looks like it must be, they really should serve it with a pack of Mylanta as well.
I mean, cabana, maybe the menu hasn't changed either. Cabana was exotic back in 78.
I'm surprised I didn't have peanuts sprinkled on it, just to give it, the whole Peanut Man vibe as well.
So what is the proposition, Jez? That we head there for the game next week?
Well, it depends what all fans want, what the audience wants. But I mean, it is a tradition that we do have a catch up, and usually it's about two of us, maybe three of us, go to a VFL game. And
yeah, well, the reason is last time we announced it after we caught up. So you've actually you're turning this into a real thing. Is this what we're doing?
Where's our chief marketing officer gone?
Good point. Just hasn't been seen.
I've actually never been to Windy Hill.
Oh, what?
Oh, Jez. I mean, I've done it again, Joe. Jesus.
Joe, Saturday afternoon, 1 p.m. And if you got commitments, I think we should really. This has now become a duty solution. We need to.
All right, we're committed now.
We need to wet this baby's head out there.
There you go, Jez. I got you back, man. We're making it a reality.
All right. Well,
where can the fans get their tickets from?
I assume you just rock up.
No, I mean for the little enclosure, the little Windsock enclosure.
Oh, look, you can, yeah, the tickets are currently $700, but by Saturday 12:30, they'll probably be $720. So, yeah.
Or maybe just the cost of a beer.
Yeah, potentially. But look, speaking of going to need beer, because we're going to need a lot, we play the Dogs, don't we?
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
How much are we losing by?
It's a great way to increase crowd size. Play against the Dogs.
Or the question should be, what's the honourable loss line? Maybe I'll give me your what you think will happen and the honourable loss line. Or maybe they're one and the same by definition.
We're going to lose by 82, but the honourable loss line is 62.
Okay.
I think we'll make the honourable loss line 50, and we'll lose by 75. They always ream us, the Dogs, so it's just something about them. Like we just can't beat them. It's shit. And they've got Darcy or whatever he is back playing, so whatever.
He's got his dad's sort of penis-shaped head, doesn't he, Darcy? It's a very particular head shape.
Yeah, but we'll have Caddy back. Could have Hobbs back. They were both apparently going to be 1 weekers. So you never know if May's going to have a week off to get his nose right in order. You never know. So it could be May out, Caddy in, just as a like for like, and we keep McMahon in.
What about Al Hooley come in and give Lual a bit of a spell?
Would love that as well. Absolutely. I was surprised he wasn't named this week, but he's genuinely knocked down the door, you would think, with selection. Kicked 3 goals in the VFL last weekend. So.
Oh, did he? Where did he play? Was that from the wing, or was he playing up the ground?
I think it was an aggressive wing. Like a bit of time he was spent, I think, at half forward if he wasn't on the wing, as opposed to earlier in his career where he was wing half back. This time he played wing half forward a bit more, and he's got the goal sense. I like him. He can kick a bag, so I think he gets in.
Well,
this week.
we also need someone who can kick over the 49 players inside the forward 50.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah. And maybe Vigo will probably go
Yes.
out and we'll get Goldstein back in, and maybe we should get Blackerson rucking. Oh, I don't know. If Darcy's playing, then he's going to be on.
Look, Blackerston, I've said it, he's Cale Hooker incarnate. The reason he hasn't been playing AFL is he's been in his wrong position his whole career, and he's found his home. He's our key defender for the next 3-4 years.
Brad likes him. Brad even name dropped him after the game in the presser. So, yeah, Brad's got a favourite in him. So that's good. He's our favourite as well. I think the line, the honourable loss line, I reckon if we can get under 60 points would be excellent, but I can't see that happening. I reckon we'll lose by 87 points.
Yeah, well, I'll say the honourable loss line are similar to you guys. I think it'll be... I'll give it an even 10 goals, 60 points, and I think we'll probably hover around that line halfway through the last quarter, and then they'll just kick 5 in a row or something. I can see that happening easily. Or maybe, and I don't know if this was happening on Thursday, but teams start to think, this time of year, we're ahead, we're winning, just pull back a little bit, rest a couple of players.
That's not what the Dogs do, unfortunately. Not after they lost last week yet again to another top 8 side.
Good point.
They're reeling. They want to get the percentage boost. They're still on the hunt, trying to make finals. And they love us, don't they? We are their bunny team. So they're going to fill their boots and feel good and bounce back from that loss last week.
All right. Song of the week. You had a listen?
I didn't.
Shit house behaviour. To be
Great.
expected.
It was art. It was beautiful art.
Art.
Ah.
Speaking of Graham Kennedy, 37. Yeah, it's called 37 years old. So it's to 7 years old. It's about Todd Goldstein.
Yep.
I was thinking about it about a month ago, but I had to wait for him to turn 37, which happened, I think, the week before last. So check that out.
That was great. Loved it. Well done.
Thanks, guys. All right. Well, that's it. Met the brief. Nice and short. Now, thanks to everyone that listened. Check out Something About Cake. Just a disclaimer. I have a history in this podcast of not delivering on promises. So we may or may not be there at 1 o'clock on Saturday at Windy Hill.
I will, for sure.
Yes.
I've committed.
Jez will be there. He's pretty recognisable. I mean, you're a tall fellow, so...
How tall are you, Des?
I think I was about 6'5" at my highest, but I've shrunk a little in my old age.
Oh, you just got to grow your hair longer. Spike it up. Get back up there.
6'5". Jeez, that's very impressive.
I'll set up a little trestle table. I'll put a little sign on it saying Windsock, and I'll sit there, wait for the autograph hunters. And
Yeah.
So, Jez, do you have a new favourite player this year that you want to get a badge, but we don't allow you to?
Ooh,
Great question. Great question.
Wow.
And I know what you. By the way, I know what you're doing, Christina. You are. I see you. You deliberately extend this podcast. I know
That's
exactly
the
what you're
whole
doing.
point behind the stories from the Piece as well. The whole point of that was
Yeah,
to
we
keep
didn't get
these
any
scholars.
story from Le Piste this week. But yeah, who is your player, Jez? It's normally, just to set the scene, it's not somebody who's necessarily a star, but it's just someone that takes Jez's fancy.
Yeah. someone who's usually very borderline, and usually a bit on the wrong side of the line in terms of keeping his spot on the list.
Mm-hmm.
Look, at the start of the year, probably I don't have one this year. You know, we're talking a long, proud lineage here. We've got Nick O'Brien, we've got Tom Cutler, Zach Clark. Well, who else have I got?
I forgot Tom Cutler was on the list.
Yeah, Tommy Cuts. It's one of my favourite badges.
Another Brisbane reject.
It might have been. If I really thought about it, it might have been Lil Mondoal. I mean, I had him absolutely out the door, but he's clinging on with his fingertips, so it might have been him.
Not Setterfield?
The old potato. No, he's good. He's good. He's earned his stripes.
We missed him on the weekend. Tom Green. We just had no one to go with him. He was too big. And as I'm watching this game, I'm like, oh man, Setters, where are you? This is the exact type of player that we would have sent him to try and quell his influence, because he had 16 clearances on the night. Obviously, you know, nothing Vigo could do against Big Briggs. But there was something that could have been done against Tom Green, and that was Setterfield, and he wasn't there. So, yeah, he's important to us.
I saw Vigo had 8 hit-outs. It's not a lot for the guy who's your number one ruckman. But you fuckers, this is finishing now. So, possibly 1 o'clock at Windy Hill. But Jez will be there. So maybe some of us will also be there. Well, there you go. Joe's going to make it as well. So, and Joe, are you doing any watch-alongs this week?
No, this week I'm actually going to be up in Cairns on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So no watch-alongs for me. And I'll also casually get to miss our massacre against the Dogs as well. So I'll be getting some sunshine and warmth in Cairns this week.
I wish I was going to be in Cairns, but unfortunately not. But anyway, thanks to everyone that listened. Check out Something About Cake, our sponsor, and go Bombers.
Go Bombers.
Go Bombers.
And the Dons.
Once I was 37 years old. Brad Scott told me, you're going to need to play every game. Once I was 37 years old. I had a big career, but I thought it was over. Pushed my body to the limits, all 200 centimeters. Made my debut in the 2000s, now doing a Juris Doctor. Thought when I came I'd be a coach, more like a father figure. Now I'm 37 years old. Brad Scott told me, you're going to need to play every game. Now I'm 37 years old. I'm still practicing my craft, now everyone is out, but I can still cover ground and get some of the hit outs. All my boys are with me, we haven't had much glory, and the scary thing, I'm old enough to be their daddy. Soon I'll be 40 years old, won't play to 41, because you've now got Vigo who'll be a better one. I'll be so happy if I could win a final once, and then tell my grandkids that I played for Essendon. Now I'm 37 years old. Brad Scott told me, you're going to need to play every game. Now I'm 37 years old.